Hello, welcome back to a chapter day and happy Sabbath. Today we're going to be reading Job chapter 17. The last time we read chapter 16, Job was speaking in answer to his friends, just letting them know that they really were not comforting him. Their words were just bringing more grief upon him. And it seems like God had delivered him to the ungodly, like his enemies had now risen up against him and were being bold, as where who knows he did nothing wrong to warrant such a situation that he was going through. He is the one being debased by these people who were supposed to be his friends. Okay, so let's continue with Job chapter 17. My breath is corrupt, my days are extinct, the graves are ready for me. Are there not mockers with me, and doth not mine eye continue in their provocation? Lay down now, put me in a surety with thee. Who is he that will strike hands with me? For thou hast hid their heart from understanding, therefore shalt thou not exalt them. He that speaketh flattery to his friends, even the eyes of his children shall fail. He hath made me also a byword of the people, and aforetime I was as a tabret. Mine eye also is dim by reason of sorrow, and all my members are as a shadow. Upright men shall be astonished at this, and the innocent shall stir up himself against the hypocrite. The righteous also shall hold on his way, and he that hath clean hands shall be stronger and stronger. But as for you all, do you return and come now? For I cannot find one wise man among you. So Job is speaking to his friends, or the men who came to visit him. And this is what he's telling them. Again, he's saying to them how God has dealt with him and how they are dealing with him. Okay? Let's continue. Verse 11. My days are past, my purposes are broken off. Even the thoughts of my heart, they change the night into day. The light is short because of darkness. If I wait, the grave is mine house. I have made my bed in the darkness. I have said to corruption, thou art my father. To the worm, thou art my mother and my sister. So here he's talking about death. When your body is beginning to decay from death. This is where he sees himself going. I mean, he's saying to us in the beginning, things are just, his body is just destroyed. I don't know to what extent, because they only said he had boils on his skin, but I'm sure his flesh was decaying, so he may have stank. He may have been, so decayed because maybe he didn't eat. When you just have a flu coming on, you don't even have an appetite. So he must have been looking so terrible physically, and that in his spirit even, because of how he looked and felt on the outside, was transferred to his spirit. So he was really in a bad way. Okay, verse 11. My days are past, my purposes are broken off. Even the thoughts of my heart, they change the night into day. The light is short because of darkness. If I wait, the grave is mine house. If I made my bed in the darkness. I have said to corruption, thou art my father. To the worm, thou art my mother and my sister. And where is now my hope? As for my hope, who shall see it? They shall go down to the bars of the pit when our rest together is in the dust. So Job is only speaking of death now, because that's all he could see for himself. And when we are in a really bad way, sometimes we think to ourselves that's the best thing for us. Death is the best way out. And some people actually act on it and take their lives. Believe you me, it's only a thought and a feeling. It will pass away. And it's not from God, it's from the enemy. Like we know what's happening with Job. All of this was from the enemy. So now that I'm finished with chapter 17, because the the chapters were so short. I'm going to go ahead and read chapter 18 because I did skip yesterday, and this is not a long chapter either. Okay, so let's go with chapter 18. Then answered Bildad the Shuhite and said, how long will it be ere you make an end of words? Mark, and afterwards we will speak. Wherefore are we counted as beasts and reputed vile in your sight? So they're backlashing him for what he said to them, that they are no comforters. Okay, they are just there to make him feel worse, which is true. Verse 4. He teareth himself in his anger. Shall the earth be forsaken for thee? And shall the rock be removed out of his place? Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. So here they go again, hitting him with that wicked. He's wicked. And this is happening to him because God is giving him exactly what he deserves. Verse 6. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straitened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. The gin shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and the trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. So this is his friend Bildad saying this to him. Verse 12. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. His root shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness, and chased out of the world. He shall never have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. They that come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they that went before were affrighted. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not God. And that's the end of chapter 18. So I read 2 chapters today, chapter 17 and chapter 18. So all this are just, his friend is telling him, Job was speaking himself, wishing death. His friend is telling him, this is the lot of the wicked. What you're going through is no way you could be righteous. The only way you are experiencing this calamity is because you are wicked. And this is what happens to the wicked. And we know better. And this is a lesson for us too. When people are condemning you and you know in your heart that you are right in God's sight, don't listen, because you are going to end up believing what they're saying. Stay fast. Stay fast. Hold on to your faith. Don't let it waver. Don't let it wane. When you are believing, don't follow the multitude that's going against whatever you believe. Stay fast. Steadfast. That's how they say. Be steadfast and strong in the Lord, and he will bring you through. So we see Job has to endure all of that. In addition to what Satan is putting on him, his friends are there not helping him to feel uplifted, but bringing him down even further, telling him it's his wicked deeds that's causing this to happen to him. Stay strong, folks. We don't know what's ahead for us individually or collectively as a nation, as in part of this world. We all know something is happening. Times are winding down. Things are wrapping up. And we need to make our calling and election sure with God. This is no time to be wavering in what you believe. Know what you believe and hold fast to it, or seek the truth where you believe it will be found. Until our next reading, keep on listening. Take your Bible and read it for yourself too. And listen to that still small voice. That's where our faith will come and grow. Until, take care. Bye.